what we're finding more and more, especially through reports, done by EMA and some other partners, is that at a younger age, children are driving the decision. So it used to be that at upper school, so grades 9 through 12, we saw a little bit more of the child's influence on the decision of where they might go to school. Now we're seeing it trickle down all the way down to lower school. I think in some ways that's a really good thing, because this is about a place where a child feels as though they fit and they can achieve their best success. Um, I think it's hard for on the school side when we have a parent who perhaps wants their child so badly to go to a school, but the child is just not part of their plan. And so I always tell parents, look, if your child is not on board with this, then this is not going to be a great decision. They're not going to thrive, they're not going to achieve their best success, and they're not just going to get on board because they're here. So we need to be really intentional in that. The child's lens is very important, and it's why there's importance on them visiting or shadowing or even spending the night in the dorm if they're looking at boarding. Because I tell students all the time, if you don't listen to that little voice, that's a problem. So when you visit or shadow or when you spend the night, it's not about content of what is happening in the class. It's what does the student teacher engagement look like? As I walked around, were people friendly? Did I understand, or was I a little bit overwhelmed? Were people open? What was the discussion like in class? Even things down to how good was the food? I mean, sometimes that's a big deciding factor for students. Was the campus so big that it was overwhelming, or are you a student who size isn't a big deal because maybe you come from a big school? So all of those perspectives on the student side is very, very important.